Boys, Dior boys, and Miss Dior's. Let's talk for a second here. I was just finishing up a cup of coffee this afternoon, and I pulled out. This was just on my desk. This is my EDP Sauvage, and it's been a while. This is my only bottle that I've cracked into Sauvage EDP 100 mil, and I realized that pounded it, juice level is getting low. So let's do a I don't know, biannual juice level check. I thought of the wardrobe of the artillery. So, and actually, I was thinking about this when I did a video or a picture. I took a picture and my ombre nui was in it, and I was looking at it, and it's a 250 ml bottle. I was like, wow, man, that thing's getting low. So let's do a juice level check, all of us, and all of you too, okay? So we do it like this, right? So here's our, that's well under 50%. Let me get a surface, a flat surface, so I can give you a better idea. So that's my EDP, and here's my 200 ml EDT Sauvage. It's not my first bottle of this, my first bottle, and I got Sauvage late. I didn't go for it. I fell in too much of the hype, and people were so disappointed, so I just put that on the back burner, and I said, yeah, it sucks. So here's my original 100 ml of Sauvage EDT. I sent in the mail because I was along with two other bottles, and I was going to visit this person on the East Coast, and it never came to be because we were this is the first person I was videoing with, video phoning, and she was a cutie, and something happened to her, something bad, and she said, I can't, so yeah, and then my bottles just went to her house. So it was midnight in Paris, Sauvage. I'm just about a couple weeks or a week before I was gonna go see her. I sent off the bottles. What was the third one? Midnight in Paris. They were partials. They were all partials, and I said, "This is what I smell like." And she was excited. I don't know. Here is my Dior Homme Intense. It's my second one, and I'm disappointed the letters are coming off of this one. So here's the level on this one. Sorry. And that, I'm blowing through this one really quick. That first one lasted forever. I finished the bottle after 8 years. It's in my, see, those letters are coming off. It smells great, but geez, I'll take my first original bottle, DHI. I have more of this. And then the EDP Sauvage, if and when this does go away, I got two of these at once it came out. New in the box, 100 mil, so just no worries with that. Here's another one with no worries. Here is my DHP. How you guys' level of DHP doing? I kind of ask you guys this every couple of years or so. So here's a small 75 ml bottle. What do you say that made? 50% on the dot, or just, if I had to guess, I'm a little bit, that's about 52% left in my DHP. So I'm not going to put all of them through, but I got a lot on my mind. Here's my Fahrenheit, my modern Fahrenheit's 2017. And It's the one I most use, and it's almost 50% down, or it is 50% down. Judge for yourself. Okay. Back here, here's my a little bit older Fahrenheit. I think it's 2005. I got it from Montreal, Quebec. From Catherine. It's so good. A store there that Eugene visited a couple times and did a live from. And this is from Montreal, Quebec, so it's not Enchanté in Toronto. God, do your homework, Bob, and the name escapes me, but Catherine was the gal, and she had a couple of these. And glad to have it. You know, past the millennium Fahrenheit. Here's my absolute, right? So I had two of these originally. I bought it online, buy it now price, not an auction. And I got it, and then sometimes I do this, and I got it right away. I pushed buy again for the second bottle, so I had two. So I was spraying this rather liberally when I first got this, because I loved it so much, and I would spray it when I would come home, spray it into the air, and so it's all good. Then I sold my second one to a good friend, because he did me a couple of good ones, and I really appreciate that. And I was Rudy, and I sold him my Fahrenheit Absolute backup. I mean, for what I got it for, you know. I'm never in this for the buck. So stopped spraying that liberally, right? So here's my little Buddha. This came in a different box than it does now, and it's a different presentation. But it's certainly, if it is a fake, it's better than the one now. And the one now, I keep on saying, I smelled it like 2 or 3 times seriously at the duty free, which no longer exists in my town, and it doesn't smell like this anymore. It doesn't smell good anymore. But more than 50% on this, eh? So you can't tell from here, but the bottles are symmetrical that way, vertically, right? So just call it 50%. 50% left, maybe 51%, 52%. Here's my Aqua. I have backup of this. I've tailed off in using this every year. In the beginning, I would like it. And more than 50%, probably about 60%. It's my Aqua Fahrenheit. Which that I love that I have. So, do I have any more here? I don't know. Here's one that I don't have a bottle of, but this is my third mini of Eau d'Ispahan, and I wish I got this when I had the chance, and it was in front of my face for so many years, but never pulled the trigger. Even Bardajan, I didn't pull. It was almost like in my first couple of months, Bardajan was in my journey. But then I think and that was 2016, and I didn't get Bardajan until 2019. So, you know, if you stall, sometimes, you know, there's consequences. So that's a mini. That's all I had of Eau d'Ispahan. And then on the other opposite end of the spectrum, here's my Milly Laforêt decanter, and it looks like there's maybe 200 or 310 mils left. Probably under 300, maybe 200 and 75 mils left of this decanter of my Milly. So I spray this as much as I want. I sprayed it in the room. I sprayed it all around. It's a floral musk, and I like it a lot. I was crazy about it when I first smelled it, and it was just sitting here. It would have went back to France if it wasn't for me. And I gave it a home. My Millie. So this could have been my first year, 2016. I got Ombre Nuit and Fève de Lisieux, even before my DHI. And I have plenty of this left, but I used at least 2 full minis of this. All right, and I've shared some. I remember when I was on a date with this girl that we were okay. I think she was interested, and maybe it was about the second time I expressed my like, and she goes, "Do you have any perfume?" I don't have any perfume for today. I forgot it, or I think she was just appeasing me, and I brought along my Bois d'Argent mini, and she wore that for that evening. Just got a bite to eat or something, walking on the marina, and it was nice smelling that on her. It would have been nice if that worked out, but it went its way, right? It went its way. And there we go. So this is what made me think. This is a 250 ml Ombre Nuit. And please don't tell me it's less than half, because it's not. So 125 in there, definitely. Ooh, look at the particles in there. And I said that on another video, and people in the comments are like, that happens. And me, myself, is like, that's got to be contamination, because the atomizer hitting, touching my skin. Sometimes after I spray, the atomizer has perfume on it, and I just rub it on my neck or something, and your neck's dirty and stuff, your skin. We're looking at 125, 130, 135. What do you say there, boys? Huh? To be optimistic? I don't like this getting low. What the heck? But this is early in my journey. Just this and DHI and Fève just remind me of the beginning, like in Neiman Marcus. Not that I smelled DHI in Neiman Marcus. I didn't. You just couldn't smell that in the United States of America. But I remember the whole line of Prives at Neiman Marcus, the original. And then some, Leatherwood was there, the green one was there. God, that's dirty. The Sauvage is dirty. So speaking of the green one, I had lots of this. I had about a gallon of this, knowing that I was gonna deal them out and do some good for people that I knew that didn't have access to it. But maybe I should have kept the 250 and then sold this one off. But this is the 125 of Eau Noir. It's fabulous. Look at that color. It smells like a pantry, not just a spice rack, but a food pantry. Middle Eastern, licorice, lavender, grassy notes. I get vanilla. I don't get strawberry. What do you say there? 125, a lot more than half. 2/3? Yes, sir. I'd say 2/3 easy, right? 2/3. So what's 2/3 of 120 is 80. More than 2/3, 80. About maybe 90 mil, 85 mil left in here. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be harsh on no, I won't say 90. So it's doing well. Check your levels, guys and girls. Ladies, check your levels of Miss Dior and Blooming Bouquet and Poison, and check your levels of the vanilla Addict. The Addict bottles are really dark. You don't, There's my Fev, alone gotten in the same day as the Ombre Nui, first month of my journey. And I should have listened to her. I said, Bob, get the 250. Because I was money conscious back then and stuff's really expensive. What if I knew? Oh man, this is my favorite cherry in the whole darn fragrance game. And it's not just a gourmand, it has a weird plastic note that takes it out of the gourmand section. It just makes it a good, great tonka, vanilla, praline, but a little bit weird. Heavy, but not so sticky, in my opinion, perfume, because the powder balances it off, in my opinion. And I can wear this. So, half, easy. 2/3, 2/3. I'd be wishing it, huh? 2/3. See, it looks like 2/3 there. That's deceptive. Let's level this out. Hold on. Let's level this out. It's pushing 2/3. So 1, 2. Also, 2/3 is, so it's 66%. Let's say this is 64%, 65%. But this way it looks full. But out of a whole shooting match, this bottle, however full it is, you judge it, gives me the most juice level anxiety, which is a real phenomenon with me anyway. It's a phenomenon. Some of us have it with some of our juices. So, wait a minute. Don't wash this hand, Bob, if you're gonna spritz some of it. Jack off. Ladies, check your juice levels of your, wanted to spray that. I don't want to get that gummed up, but there you have it. It's definitely more than half, maybe not 2/3. Oh, wish I had a little more of this, is maybe the point. I'm a level-headed person, common sense, and logical, and I know that I have way too much cologne or perfume that I need. We all do, but this one, I just wish I had a wrapped full bottle of. So I just spray this in the air. And that one is Fête Delicieuse. That'll do it for this juice level check. Every couple of years or so, guys. So, get back to your normal programming. Barbecue. Campfire. And I'll come back with you with maybe another juice level check of another house that I kind of nerd out about. Actually, I have more the Green Lantern juice than I thought, so it makes me happy. Yeah. So, everything else is fine. You guys check your inventory. That's the point. Check your inventory and then spray with abandon. And I'll talk to you later. Good to see you all. All right, boys. Till next time. Dior.